Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So I'm reading for Gemini energy for Thursday. I'm sorry Geminis that you've had to wait an extra day for your reading. Cancer, skip the queue again. I know that they've done this to you before, but there was something going on with Cancer and Wednesday that seemed important. So I'm really sorry that you had to wait a whole day for your reading, but here we are. And you know what? I feel extra bad because Geminis are the sign that show up for me and support me the most. So thank you to everybody who has been supporting the channel. It's really nice as well to see the subscriber count going up very, very steadily. That's actually, it keeps me motivated. And even though I'm not doing this kind of for those reasons, it's motivating to see the support. So thank you everybody who's subscribing, liking, commenting, all that business. Really, really appreciate it. So Geminis, your energy is quite interesting. It feels quite fun. Now, I don't know if this is you or somebody around you, but what I'm kind of getting is this thread that's been coming through the readings of a surprise, like a surprise gift, a surprise message, surprising people, just surprise seems to be a little bit like the theme of the week. So I've got this surprise energy again for you, and it's coming through with a song called Easy by Pale Waves. And the line is, close your eyes, act surprised. I think they say, close your eyes, act surprised. It's finally time, or something like that. I know it's not your birthday, but I'm just getting, close your eyes, act surprised. I know it's not your birthday. So it's like, I don't know if somebody's surprising you. I don't know if you want to surprise somebody else. I don't know if the universe is surprising us all this week. But act surprised. Pretend you didn't know it was coming. And then with this magician energy, which is your card in the tarot, which I'm using to kind of channel into Gemini energy. And again, you don't have to be Gemini sun sign for this reading to resonate. You could be reading, cross-watching for a Gemini, or you could have Gemini in your chart, or you could just be like, hey, let's see what Gemini's up to at the moment. So yeah, it may resonate, it may not, and always use your own intuition to know if this is your reading or not, because it's just what Gemini energy is doing, which can affect us in different ways, right? So yeah, so what I'm getting is like, it's like this is the energy of the person who's doing the surprise. It's like somebody who's kind of been working away on the background, or I'm getting that kind of Seven of Swords energy. If you know that card in the tarot, it's somebody who's been a little bit sneaky. It's kind of like doing things a little bit behind the scenes, doing things in the cover of darkness, trying not to be seen. But it's feels like it's for a positive reason, because sometimes I can say you may be in Seven of Swords energy if you're going to plan a surprise party, right? Because you don't want the people to know. You want to do it kind of sneakily. So even though it's a sneaky behavior, it doesn't always mean it's something negative. So this feels like that to me. It's like somebody's been doing something, and like it's kind of like secretly, and it's like, I can't wait to, I'm getting like big reveal, like I can't wait to reveal this. I can't wait to show you what I've been working on. I'm getting about to watch the magic happen and ships might fly. So I don't know if somebody said something to someone like, oh yeah, I'll believe it when pigs fly, you know, something like that. But it's like, but it's ships, right? Ships will fly. So ships could be talking about shipping people, you know, like we never thought that they'd get together, and then they did get together. Surprise, we're getting married. It could be something like that. Or ships might fly, flying ships, like spacecraft, something like that. I just watched the Adam Project last night as well. So like the spaceships in that could be, I don't know, maybe they're showing me like a theme park. Is there like a new ride at Disneyland or something that's like space themed? I don't even know. Right, okay. So ships might fly. Surprise, we're going to Disneyland. I don't know. And then I'm also getting Blister in the Sun. It's kind of been playing in my head all morning. Specifically the line, big hands, I know you're the one. Big hands, I know you're the one. And the reason why I feel like this is also for you is because you're ruled by Mercury, as is Virgo, and Mercury controls hands. So this is why people say that Gemini gesticulates a lot when they talk, which I do as well, because I've got a Gemini moon. So it's like that kind of very... it's like showman. It's coming through like showman energy, and you may be like this, or I may be reading for somebody around you, so just be aware of that. But it's like this, like a big energy. It's like this person could come out on the stage and, you know, kind of, you know, like sometimes you see people who, like, it's just one person on a stage, but they can like own the stage in a way that, you know, the gesturing and the big, you know, like they've got a big presence because of the way that they communicate, or the way that they the way that they move is very engaging, something like that. Of course, big hands, I know you're the one, has another meaning, especially they kind of giving me I think it was Trixie Mattel that covered that song. So that could be a reference for somebody, but if that's for you, I'm going to leave that there because you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I don't know, big hands, I know you're the one, but hands. So I'm really getting like, it's like somebody's performing a magic trick, like literally somebody's like, you know, doing like card tricks or something, or like surprise, the card was behind your ear the whole time, you know, that kind of thing. So I don't know exactly what that's going to be, but we'll kind of see how it plays out when we pull cards for you. So loving you is easy, Gemini. Is it? I think when people accept Gemini energy for what it is, which is the twins, right? It's like light and dark, this and that, right and wrong. Having like when at Libra as well, it's like when people stop expecting air signs to have a single opinion. You know, it's like when people accept that Gemini is a chameleon, that Gemini is changeable, that Gemini, you know, will have mood shifts, and you know, sometimes they need space and sometimes they want to be really social. When people accept that Gemini is kind of like a they're giving me a song, they're giving me Meredith Brooks, bitch. Sorry, Geminis, but the point that they're making is like, I'm a lot of different things. Like, I'm not one thing. So I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. I do not feel ashamed. And you shouldn't feel ashamed, Gemini. It's your natural energy. And it keeps you alive and it keeps you interesting. I'm hearing mercurial, which I think means lively, like lively tempered, something like that. Like just interesting, like changeable and interesting. And you need that in the world, right? There's a place for that. So loving you is easy when people accept that you're not one thing. You know, you're a they're showing me a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And yeah, they're showing me a box of chocolates, you know, like different flavors. So it's like you could be a different flavor depending on the day of the week, which is interesting, right? It stops you getting bored, because if you just had boxes of chocolates all your life and it was just like dairy milk, it's like, yeah, I love dairy milk, but it's plain, you know, it gets boring. Sometimes I want to throw a nut in there. Sometimes I want to throw like, I don't know, like some salted caramel in there, like mix it up a little bit, and you mix things up, which is good. Okay, so what else do we have for Gemini, please? What else do we have for my gems? Gem rabbits, what do we have? The fox. Oh no, I just called you gem rabbits and now we're seeing the fox. The fox tends to be originally it was Aquarius for me, but it has been coming through a lot as Gemini energy recently. There was a very shifty Gemini fox that I didn't trust for quite a while in my readings. Right, so this could be a couple of different things. The public card came out for me yesterday, talking about something, not for me personally, but something just fell from the ceiling onto my face, which was pleasant. I don't know what that was. It was coming through with a message of something becoming public. So again, if somebody's been doing something kind of secretively behind the scenes, it could be time to reveal it, right? So it could be like time to announce this surprise, you know, surprise party. It could be a surprise that happens in a public place, because this is a public card, you know, like out in the open, public, in front of other people. Like yeah, that's kind of the meaning of the park card. So it could be something that happens in a park. It could be, you know, like a proposal in a park, surprise. Like it could be something really, really nice. If somebody has been very, very, again, this could indicate that kind of like Seven of Swords energy of somebody who's kind of, I'm hearing that circumnavigating word as well. It came through with like Penelope and circumspect in somebody's reading. Feel like it was Capricorn, because I think they had this thing about spider webs, but I could be wrong. But it was like this, like going around something, like either skirting around an issue. Sorry, it's coming through differently now. Skirting around an issue, or like avoiding something, or like going this way to go that way, if that makes sense. But anyway, so if somebody's been sneaking around a little bit, it could be that this is going to come to light, either because they've been sneaking a bad way and it's becoming known, or it's or they've been planning something, they've been like intentionally being sneaky, and they're going to announce something. So I don't know which way it could go for you. So the fox, though, the fox is very, very clever. The fox, oh my goodness, is that what fell on me? What is it? What is it? Is it a little beetle? Who had a beetle in their reading? I'm sorry if anyone doesn't like creepy crawlies. I'm going to give you the warning now that I'm going to bring it closer to the camera, and then I'm going to pop it out on my window ledge. Hello. Hello, have you come with a message for my reading? See, that was a surprise. There was a surprise. What are you? Watch you all be like, oh my god, do not touch it. That is like a horrible, dangerous book. I don't know what it is. It's just like a little beetle dude. Beetlejuice. Okay. You are very nice. Thank you for coming to see me. But can you just go out there on that window ledge there? Thank you so much. I might leave my window open if it's not too noisy. Fire, ignition. Maybe that needed to come out as well. So, how strange. So that could mean something to you. Beatles perhaps mean something to you. VW came out in somebody's reading last week. Cannot for the life of me remember who, but I remember saying maybe somebody has like a VW Beetle. It's my favourite car. So I don't know. Right. So yeah. Thinking on the feet, very, very clever. If you've read like Fantastic Mr. Fox, again, not necessarily negative. Fantastic Mr. Fox was just trying to feed his family, you know, he was just doing what was natural to him and all this kind of stuff. So I think there could be something coming through here about perspective. So somebody's behaviour, possibly being a bit sneaky. Why were they being sneaky? Like, some people may see the fox as a pest, you know, something to be eradicated. Some people may see the fox as something very natural and beautiful, and may quite enjoy foxes existing. I really like foxes. We have them kind of in the area. I'm kind of in an urban area, but there are kind of green spaces. And you do sometimes see them in the more urban areas, but normally you see them kind of in the fields and things. At night, and they're very, very beautiful. Make weird ass noises though. So yeah, he wants that chicken, he wants the rooster, but he's pretending he doesn't, right? So the Nine of Wands though, this could be something that's been going on for quite a while. It could be quite draining. Okay. What else do we have for Gemini, please? What do we have for my gems? It's funny I called you Gem Rabbits. Just be careful, because if there's a fox around you and they want you. Adjudication. So there could be some kind of court thing going on, some kind of judgment call being made. I've kind of got this underlying story that I've been picking up on this week of, I think it came through a little bit for Taurus, of like an investigation, or so it could be like at work there's an investigation into something, and it was kind of like Taurus was, if this is a Taurus or it's the same energy, there was an energy of somebody who was like, yes, they were being a little bit deceptive. Yes, they were being a little bit sneaky. So it appeared that they were part of something that was going on that was being investigated. And it was like, well, they're acting sneaky, so they're clearly a part of this. But then when they investigated it, it was like they were being kind of sneaky for like a completely different reason. Like they weren't part of the thing. So it could be that kind of energy again, like an investigation. Why are people being sneaky? What's really going on here? So yeah, or it could just be like a court situation in general, some kind of judgment call being made, some kind of decision being made. This kind of looks like divorce courts to me, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, I forgot to get letters, so let's get you some letters. So this will help you know if this is your reading or not. You've probably got an idea already if this is resonating or not, but Gemini. Oh, what a surprise. However it resonates, right? It could be your initial, it could be somebody that you're dealing with. It could be, well, that's a worry, if you're getting what I'm getting. Please don't do that. Oh dear, what can the matter be? 3 old ladies locked in a lavatory. They were there from Monday to Saturday. Desmond O'Connor? Does someone really like Des O'Connor? Odessa. What's Odessa? I feel like that's like a Clive. Oh my god, it was. Oh my god, like genuinely didn't know. Odessa. What is Odessa? To me, it's like a Clive Cussler book or something. Odessa. I think it's 2 S's though. I'm gonna Google it. I mean, whatever you get from it, these could be your initials, the initials of somebody that you're thinking about, the initials of an ancestor, a guardian angel, you know, whatever you get from it, right? It could make you think of a certain word. What is Odessa? Is it a place? Oh my god, it's in the Ukraine. How did I not know that? I knew it sounded familiar. I mean, it could be a lot of different things. How did I not know it was Ukraine? Okay. No way did I just get Odessa. Sometimes it's spelt with 1 S, sometimes it's spelt with 2. Okay. Guys, I do not know where this reading's going, but let's keep going. I find if I follow the news too closely, I get really depressed. It really, really affects my mental health, and then I'm not living my own life, right? So I think there's I talk about this quite often. I tend to not watch too much news. I tend to check in with it just to have a general idea of what's happening. But I think when you just like doom scroll, when you doom scroll the news and you get absorbed in it, I've been getting this thing about, if anyone remembers, one of the Batmans, it's the one with Jim Carrey in, where he plays the Riddler, and he has this thing where it's an old movie. It's not the current movie, right? It's the old Batman movie with like Val Kilmer in, I think. But he has this brain drain thing, which is like this thing that he's like suctions onto his forehead, like basically onto the third eye, and then it hooks people's brains up to like a TV network, and he can read people's brains, and like he can like control people and all this kind of stuff. And it's that's the imagery that they were giving me for this the other day when I was kind of thinking about it. It's like brain drain. So not only does it drain your mental capacity, your ability to cope, your mental health, but kind of doom scrolling the news, or doom scrolling on Facebook or whatever, it makes you really inactive. It makes you really passive, really apathetic. Not that you don't care, but it's like, oh, there's, that kind of like nihilistic almost, of like, I can't do anything, like the world's ending, we're all doomed. And you just lie there in bed feeling awful. And like, what's the point in that? What is the point in that? And that's really unhealthy collectively. If like everybody in the world is kind of like doom scrolling and lying there and being like, oh my God, I feel so helpless. The energy of the earth is that helplessness. So it's much, much more healthy to just kind of check in with the news. If there's any specific information that you want, search for that information and look for the facts and the information that you want. Take it, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you're done for the day, right? Take yourself off it. Because when you are like eyes fixed, glued to your phone, passive, you're not being active and actually doing anything positive. So what I was saying in one of the readings was like, go and plant some seeds in the garden, because it might not help the situation in Ukraine, but it could it could create some nice flowers that maybe your neighbors are going to see those flowers, and it's going to help to lift their mood. So it's like, just do something positive, just do anything positive, even if it's something small. It's better than doom scrolling. It's better for your mental health. It's better collectively. You're helping other people. If you avoid that kind of like doom scrolling, low mood behavior where you're not actually helping, it's not helping for you to just consume media. You are helping if you break away from that. It's not saying avoid it. It's not saying don't pay attention to what's happening. It's just saying don't get drowned in it. So look at it, be like, can I do anything to help? Are there any, can I donate anything? Can I make a toy box full of, can I make a shoebox full of toys that I can donate to, any centres that are taking things like that? Can I donate? Like, is there anything I can donate? Is there anything I can do to help? Is there anything I can do actively? It's better to do something that's like, an hour of your day in that week, doing something like filling up a shoebox and taking it down to a local help centre. You've done something positive with an hour of your time, than spending the entire week doom scrolling and not actually actively helping. So message like that possibly could be coming through for somebody. There you go. Done it. I'm getting this kind of like a cosmic kind of like cosmic alchemist, like sky magician energy coming through for you, like physicist kind of starseed energy. So I've got this the energy oracle deck for you, which kind of talks about different energies and that kind of thing. And there's a specific card that I'm seeing. It'll be interesting to see if it comes out or not. Okay, energy for Gemini for Thursday. No, it's not the seed, not the card I was seeing. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. If it's not come out, it's not come out. So growth, plants, exactly. Go out and plant something, right? Go and contribute something positive to the world, even if it's just tending your garden, planting a tree, working on something in a positive way where there's going to be growth. There's going to be, you're moving the energy collectively towards the positive, even if it's just in a small way, because small things add up. If you think about the ocean is billions of drops of water, but they add up to a whole. So collectively, if we all break away from that kind of negative, passive, doom scroll energy, and we move into something where it's like we take ownership back, right? We take off the brain suction thing of the Riddler in Batman, and we get off that kind of that media hold on us. We can do something positive, even if it's something small. Even if it's just, I don't know, putting up posters that say, you know, things are going to get better, or whether it's just giving a family member a hug, checking on a neighbor. Just do little positive things. It's going to help your mood. It's going to help the mood collectively. Don't doom scroll. Don't doom scroll. Don't do it. Okay, so let's see what the messages want to come out for you. I'm just going to create a 9-card spread. It's going to be emotions, thoughts, actions, past towards future. It could be years, it could be weeks, it could be days, it could be whatever, but just generally that's the general layout for you. I may pause and just kind of have a quick look at the cards once I've pulled them to kind of see what messages want to come through. So yeah, I'm just going to do this quite quickly. Judgment in reverse. Interesting, you've got adjudication and judgment as kind of like the primary energy there. Knight of Cups, nice. So you've got a big open heart there. You've got feelings that you want to express, you've got feelings that you want to take action on, which is very healthy. You know, taking action on your feelings. Are you going to take action on them? Because this is just feeling like you want to take action. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, happiness, no codependency. This is pretty good, this, gems. You know, Queen of Swords in your thoughts, very healthy. The Queen of Swords sees very clearly. She's not ruled by her emotions, so your thoughts are in your thoughts. That's really healthy and good. Okay, you've got the High Priestess, Page of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. High Priestess in the center, respread. Trust your intuition. Your intuition is not going to go wrong. Getting over some kind of fear here. And, oh, spinning that Wheel of Fortune. And the Hierophant there as well. You are kind of getting divinely guided here. You may be feeling particularly spiritual right now, because in the center of your reading, which is like your current energy, again, it's not going to be for everybody. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the kind of center energy, which is like your core energy, probably at the moment for most of you, is very, very intuitive. I don't know if you have strong water placements in your chart, because we've got all the water signs showing up here. We've got Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So yeah, all emotions and intuition and spirituality. It's quite social energy as well. The water signs are very socially intuitive, like understanding situations, understanding other people's feelings, being very compassionate, being very empathetic, and just that kind of knowing. It's kind of like the kind of knowing that comes from, what would I do if I was in that situation? What if I was in that other person's shoes? What would I expect? Which makes the water signs very compassionate by nature generally. Some of you are arguing about Scorpios, but you know, there's high vibrational and low vibrational energy, right? Sometimes I think if you got like a Gemini Scorpio combination in low energy, you would be dealing with somebody who was basically sociopathic. But like high vibrational energy is compassionate, it's fun, it's lively, there's positives to it, right? So you're in this very, very positive energy where you just feel, it's like feeling. You may be very, the thing is the moon's in reverse, because the moon in the upright could be saying in your action space, you're caving into some kind of fears. You feel like you don't know what's happening. You feel like, you know, it's the unknown, you know, all these negative things that can come with the moon card, and that kind of confusion or not knowing. But in the reverse for me, this is like, and in combination with the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups in the upright, this is really saying to me, like that moon energy, that intuition is really on your side at the moment. It's like you could be facing some sort of unknown, but your intuition, it's like with the High Priestess in the middle in your mind space, it's like you intuitively see a situation very clearly, right? So let's get a clarifier on that moon. Why is the moon in reverse? Explain the moon in reverse to me. No, you see really clearly. You are actively doing a brilliant thing here, Gemini. Again, being very multi-talented, multiplicitous. I'm hearing multiplicitous. I don't know if that's a word. I don't know if I'm applying it correctly, but that's what I'm hearing. So multi-talented. You're combining this kind of sword energy and water energy and fire energy with the Temperance card here. It's kind of like, again, with the Magician, just to kind of show you if you don't know this about the Magician card, he actually uses all the tools of the tarot. So he's got the Pentacle, he's got the Cup, he's got the Sword, he's got the Wand. He's like, I'm going to use everything every tool at my disposal, every tool at my disposal, everything that's available to me. I'm going to use it, I'm going to implement it in a way that's very clever, and it's going to make my dreams a reality. So the Magician card is actually a very high vibrational, very powerful card in the tarot. And this is what I see you doing, because here you are with all this Cups energy, but this is Swords, and this is the Temperance card is a fire energy, and it's somebody who's balancing out water and fire. So this is that kind of intuitiveness, the kind of emotional intuitiveness, and the passion and the drive and the ambition and the fire energy. And it's actually alchemy. So the Magician is alchemy, and the Temperance card is also alchemy. It's the combination of things. So if you want to look at it a different way, it's kind of like if you were making a soup, right? You'd put different ingredients in the soup and you'd mix them together and it becomes something else. If you were baking a cake, you take eggs, you take flour, you take, I don't know, vanilla essence, you put it all in, it turns into something else. It transforms into something else. The Judgment card as well is a card about transformation. So you've got all this kind of alchemy transformation energy, where on a more practical level, it tells me that you're being really trusting your intuition on something. It's like my social, it's really social as well. It's like my social intuition, my feelings. I feel something. I want to act on my feelings. I want to express my feelings about anything, right? It could be the situation in the news. Deep knowing, deep, almost like trusting, intellectually trusting your spiritual guidance with the Hierophant and the High Priestess here. It's like really knowing what's going on behind the curtain. I'm hearing Iron Curtain. I don't know, just be careful with that, you know. But really trusting, it's just like having this higher knowing, having this almost like prophetic knowing of like, it's like, I know because I just know. I know because I feel it. I'm not confused here. I'm not scared. I'm not confused. I just know something. And then you know stuff because you're watching. Either you know stuff and you're waiting for the confirmation on it. Again, it's like act surprise, but you already knew. It's like intuitively you already knew. So this is kind of like watching and waiting. It's actually a spy. It's like the spying card, but I don't think that's what's happening in this context. It's more like waiting for your intuition to play out. So it's almost like seeing somebody's sneaky behavior, thinking they're planning a surprise, and then waiting to see what the surprise is. But yeah, waiting. Temperance is an energy of waiting. So you know, you're just waiting, and you're gonna just bide your time and wait to see how. It's just like knowing something but waiting to see how it plays out is how it's coming through. It's like, you know, something's coming. You've got a vague idea of, it's just like feeling a situation out, but not being 100% sure about how it's actually going to play out. So yeah, just waiting to see how it comes through. So in the past energy, you've got the Judgment card in reverse in your emotions, which, let me just pull a clarifier on that. It's quite a strong energy. I think there could have been a situation in the past where you did get a little bit, it's like here, you're completely trusting that Cups energy. Here, I feel like the Cups energy was overwhelming for you. So this is probably why the Moon is in the reverse here. So this makes more sense now. So the Two of Swords you can see here is cross swords, so it can be a conflict, but it tends to mean like some kind of mental blockage, like being stuck in indecision, which I'm also seeing here with the Seven of Cups, not being able to see something clearly. You can see she's blindfolded. So, and then not trusting your intuition. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, it could be over emotional, and therefore you can't trust your emotions because you're over emotional, or it could be just not trusting your instincts, which is what I'm feeling quite strongly, because the way to get out of Two of Swords energy, which is this mental conflict, is to trust your gut. So I think you're doing something here, Gems, where I mean, this Queen of Swords in the in the thoughts is perfect. It's very, very balanced. It's Libran energy. It's an energy, especially because it's in your thoughts, right? It's in the position of your thoughts, and it's swords, which is thoughts, and it's in the upright. So everything here looks really, really good. It's like you can trust your thoughts. You see something very, very clearly. You did in the past, right? You saw something very clearly. You had that information. Not necessarily wanting to communicate here. This is kind of like keeping your thoughts to yourself because the sword's pointing down. So I'm really getting this calculating energy, especially with the fox and that page of swords showing up, where it's like you kind of want to see what the other person's doing. You can see actually this person's not on the card. So I've seen this card before, and I don't think I've ever read it specifically in this way, but it's almost like waiting for that other person to kind of show their hand, like waiting for that other person to kind of step out and like show. So it's like almost like a game of chess where you're waiting for that other person to make their move before you can make your move, right? But it's like you know what move they're going to make, you're just waiting for them to make it. But again, it's like your thoughts, it's almost like I know I see clearly. I trust my mental capabilities. I know I'm intelligent. My brain does not let me down, because you're Gemini, right? You're an air sign. You are ruled by the head and your thoughts. You can get, but again, I feel this as a Libra. Sometimes you do get really overwhelmed and you get stuck in your own thoughts, and it kind of creates this blockage. So I think because you know that you're mentally capable, it's kind of like your default setting to be like, let's think about this. But actually, the situation wasn't calling for you to think about something, because I think that was getting into you into this fear and confusion energy. This is confusion. It's kind of like deception. It's like deceiving yourself, not seeing something clearly, misunderstanding a situation, not having all the information. And with it being in combination with this Seven of Cups, this is also a card about feeling overwhelmed. Again, it's feelings, it's cups. Like it's like having a lot of offers, but feeling overwhelmed. Interestingly, if you look at Aries, I kind of channeled this thing about a fish in the cup. It's not a fish, it's a plane, but it kind of looks like a fish. If you're dealing with an Aries, maybe go and watch Aries' reading. They had this thing about a fish in a cup, which is like a surprise, like the Page of Cups. So it's like it's just this energy of being very overwhelmed, very confused, looking at a lot of different options, and kind of not really seeing. It's like an energy of like, if I took that cup, I don't know where it'd take me, right? It's like I don't really know what. I can kind of see a little bit about what's in that cup, but I don't really know what's in that cup unless I actually take it and sip from it. So, having fear around that, feeling confused, feeling very emotionally overwhelmed, and not trusting your judgment on something, because perhaps you felt you had a lot of emotions, you felt emotionally overwhelmed. So your default setting was to kind of go back into this logic energy of like, okay, let me think about this. I feel all this stuff, let me analyze, which is your natural thing. But then it was creating the blockage. So getting out of that, right? Learning to trust your instincts with this High Priestess, very strong energy. This kind of swords and High Priestess energy has been coming out for Libra quite a lot. So I don't know if somebody has Libra in the chart. It's kind of this combination of Empress and High Priestess energy that was coming through. I don't know if somebody was on like the Libra Scorpio cusp, just kind of mention that. Yeah, so let's keep going. Yeah, it feels like you weren't able to trust your own judgment, so you're trying to be analytical, but actually the answer is to get into your emotions about it, to actually feel whatever you're feeling, and trust whatever you're feeling without over-analyzing. So you're going forward into this very positive energy. I mean, this is like the surprise comes in and you're like, I never expected this. This is everything I could have possibly wanted. It's really, really good, because you've got two energies about like abundance, wish fulfillment, a positive cycle. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's celebration. It's I'm hearing I did it. I did this. I'm hearing I did this by myself. So emotionally, you feel it's got a really strong energy of like satisfaction, like wish fulfillment. This is what I wanted. Just feeling really like your heart is full. Like it's kind of like, this is for me. I did this. I feel successful. I don't know, it's like, maybe it's like a surprise party. It's like, I know it's not your birthday, but we wanted to celebrate how awesome you are. Somebody else had that again. I think it could have been Aries. Yeah, whatever is going on for you, your future emotions is like wish fulfillment, happiness, feeling very confident, feeling like you could just, you know, I'm hearing ride a white horse to Banbury Cross to see a fine lady upon a white horse. What? With wings on her fingers, with rings on her fingers and bells on her toes, she shall have music wherever she goes. So it feels like you feel like you're being celebrated, or you've got something to celebrate, or it's very happy, it's very positive, it's very excited. It's very much like, I'm gonna go and do what I want to do. I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna achieve this. Very positive energy emotionally in your near future. Page of Pentacles, what's this planning? Well, let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune first. So this is your action space. So I do feel like you're taking a little bit of a gamble, a little bit of a risk. It's just making me think of like my need to tell Capricorn off, which is upcoming next week. Tune in to see me tell off Capricorns. Just be careful, you know, don't risk anything that you're not prepared to lose. But it feels like taking a risk, taking a gamble, doing something because it feels right, because you're excited about it. And it's actually a turn of fate for the positive in the upright. Let me just double check that Wheel of Fortune in your action space. Hold your horses a little bit. Make sure you're looking at things from all different angles, but it seems like a situation is getting turned on its head. You're going to see something differently. Why? What? Explain that one. You're going to see a situation differently. It's getting turned on its head, but it's getting turned on its head for the positive. It's like you're going to have brand new information. You're going to have a new perspective on something where perhaps this situation was something where you felt a little bit unfulfilled. So the Eight of Cups is like feeling like something's emotionally missing. Like I need to go out and discover what's out there, because what's here isn't emotionally satisfying to me. So it's dissatisfaction, it's the need, it's like a longing for something, a longing for something else, a longing to discover, to explore, to experience. But with the Nine of Cups being in your emotions, I can see that you are emotionally fulfilled, right? You have emotional fulfillment. So this isn't the current energy, but you're gaining a perspective on a situation where you felt that feeling of like lack or longing or dissatisfaction. You're gaining perspective on it, but your actual energy, your actual feelings is like very fulfilled, very independently fulfilled as well. It's like not needing anyone else to make you happy, but finding happiness from within. So you're definitely getting guided to kind of learn something. Look at that as well. There you are, the Lover's card. That's one of your cards in the tarot. You are getting divinely guided towards something that feels like it's for you. It feels like it speaks to your heart space. It's emotionally right for you. And I do feel like you're being led to it. It doesn't have to be a person, although it definitely could be. It just feels like, this just feels like divine guidance in the underlying here, whatever that means to you. So the Page of Pentacles, like gaining knowledge, gaining a higher knowledge, and it is spiritual and it is intuitive, which is what you're doing here. Page of Pentacles, what's this planning energy? So you're mentally preparing, mentally planning, mentally, it's not just strategizing, that would be more Page of Swords. It's more like mentally, or even physically preparing, but it's in your thoughts. So this is like, how do I prepare for this? What do I need to get together? What resources do I need? How am I going to do this on a practical level? So you're thinking, how do I do this? How do I action this? Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. And again, with that disappointment energy. So there's something that was emotionally disappointing, emotionally dissatisfaction, like dissatisfying in the past. It's probably something to do with this, whatever made you feel very emotionally overwhelmed. I do see you leaving that situation behind. There is, with the Judgment card being in the reverse, the Judgment card can be the revival of a situation, you know, injecting new life into something. With it being in the reverse and with the Five of Cups, it feels like there's something that was very emotionally overwhelming that you are leaving behind. You are putting it in the past. Now, the nice thing about this Five of Cups is normally what happens in the Five of Cups is that the person is looking at the three cups that are spilt over and they're ignoring the two cups that are standing. And this indicates once you get over this phase of kind of crying over spilt milk or focusing on the loss, focusing on the glass being half empty, and you turn around, you see that there's something better for you. It's like that situation actually led you to something that's more right for you. It's more fortunate. It's your Two of Cups, which talks about relationships that are equal, relationships that are equally giving, and it's kind of always like best friend energy for me. So it can be, you know, of course, if you are in a lover's relationship and that person's also your best friend, that's great, you know. Arguably, some of you are like, but like the Two of Cups for me is I always describe it as those kind of relationships where, and it can be any relationship, right? Any form of relationship, but it's when you're so in tune with that other person that you could be in a crowded place. There could be like lots of noise, lots of chatter, and you could lock eyes with that person across a room and know exactly what they're thinking, and you know that they know what you're thinking. So it's almost like that kind of like psychic connection of, do you want to get out of here? You know, like, or isn't that guy acting like a complete plonker? So that's the kind of relationship we're talking about with the Two of Cups. So whatever the Three of Cups was that you were kind of feeling that disappointment over, you recognize that it wasn't right for you anyway, right? Once you get over the disappointment of it not working out, not being right, not being what you were actually longing for, and you recognize the Two of Cups, whatever that is for you, then you're going to have the wish fulfillment. Then you're going to feel like your life is changing for the better. So all this energy is really, really positive, Gemini. And, you know, I love it for you. You've had some really, really inspiring, really hopeful, really positive readings. And I feel like you had a bit of a wobble last week, which could have been the emotional overwhelm. Because, again, there's a lot of stuff going on globally and in the news and collectively that's having an impact on us. Especially if I just talk about the Virgo full moon for a second. Virgo energy can be very anxious. So that Virgo full moon really affected, well, to different degrees, but it kind of had an effect on everybody collectively, where a lot of us were caving into our fears and our anxieties. So working through that, right? And everything is here to serve us. It's not happening to us, it's happening for us. So if something like the Virgo full moon comes in, interesting that the moon's in reverse, right? We've passed it now. I don't know where the moon's hanging out today, but maybe you can Google that and see what that means to you. But like, for all of us to feel that fear, feel that anxiety, to have those worries, it kind of highlights the things that are worth worrying about to us. So a lot of us will be, you know, hopefully it's just highlighting, right? It's just highlighting. So that Virgo full moon highlighting our fears and anxieties and concerns so that we can be active about it, so that we can say, oh gosh, I'm really scared about this. You know, it could be like, oh, I've been worried about my smoke alarm all day. I should really check the battery in my smoke alarm. So you check the battery in your smoke alarm and you don't have to worry about it anymore, you know? Or it's like, if you're really scared about losing specific people, you know, you suddenly find yourself thinking, oh God, what if this happened? What if that happened? That's a sign to show you that that person's really important to you and you value having them in your life. And maybe you should go and give them a hug and tell them how much you care about them, right? So the fears that are getting highlighted by things like the Virgo full moon or whatever's happening, it's just the universe's way of saying, what is important to you? What are you afraid of? What are you going to do about it? Okay, these things are here to serve us. And that's not me. I don't want to kind of lighten what's happening in the news. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about on a personal level, if you are just, you know, if you are like not like actively affected by that situation, but even if you are, whatever situation you're in, on a personal level, what can you actively do to address your feelings of being overwhelmed, to address your feelings of fear? You know, what practical active steps can you do right now to get a handle on that, you know? And it's like, make a list, plan, sit there, think about it, work things out, break it down, right? Do the analytical, practical things that you need to do. But again, trusting your feelings or working through your feelings is actually really, really good for you right now, gems. It's the combination, right? And this is what the magician teaches us. It's the combination of these things. You know, using them, alchemizing them, transforming these negative patterns of behavior or thoughts into something that's positive and beneficial. And it happens to everybody. I definitely had a couple of days last week with that, again, that Virgo full moon really wrecked me. It wrecked me in a way that was very different. The full moon in Pisces always gets me. It's just like I am a bag of feelings. But the full moon in Virgo, like, really really put me through the ringer, really scared me. But again, you have the caving into it. You have those moments where it all gets too overwhelming, and then you push through it, and then you deal with it, and then you get a handle on it, and then you come out the other side, right? Okay, this is your advice. Believe in the impossible. I love this card so much. Luck is on your side. New moon is Sagittarius, and believe in the impossible, blue moon. So do you remember what I said right at the start of the reading? That thing about when pigs might fly, or when ships fly. Believe in the impossible. The possible is possible for you right now. So Sagittarius, maybe somebody's Sagittarius. Gemini. So luck is on your side. New moon is Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius energy. I feel like it's like you have this as well. Maybe Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries, this kind of like almost very happy-go-lucky, or like balls to the wall, YOLO energy that you can all sometimes have. Gemini, sometimes you self-regulate with that kind of neuroticism that you have sometimes, like Virgo. Again, Virgo, Gemini, you both ruled by Mercury. You have a few shared features like the neuroticism, but like you can be very happy-go-lucky. You can, you know, be very spontaneous, very in the moment. So it's like that can sometimes serve you. That trust in your gut energy, that trusting like thinking on your feet energy can really work for you. Whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. I love it. Gemini, I'm excited for you. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the I love that it's confirming what I picked up on intuitively right at the start of the reading. Can I just toot my own horn for a minute? The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the start of a fun... hang on. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. Exactly what the reading said. The energy is adventurous, right? This card here. And even willing to take a few risks. But be careful you don't bet the farm on something here. Oh my God, that's what it said. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't gamble anything you're not prepared to lose, right? Don't bet the farm on something here, as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning. Unbelievable. The card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others, or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind. Oh my God, the Hangman, do you remember I was talking about changing your mind? Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. I'm getting goosebumps. It can also signal that a trip away is coming up, if that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview, which is what we said, right? Count your blessings, literally. Write them down or say them out loud. That could be what you're doing here. Count your blessings, literally. Write out your blessings, right? And maybe look at that when you feel those darker moments, like look at your list of blessings. Additional meanings for this card: you need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of study or teaching. This can mean higher education. I love this for you. Don't be narrow-minded. Start a week of gratitude practice, i.e. via Facebook, a journal or blog. So yeah, maybe that could be really helpful and inspiring to other people as well. If your social media feed has been a little bit doom scrolly, you know, put some positivity onto it. You know, whatever that means for you, you know, and, you know, whether it's just saying, today I'm thankful for this, today I'm thankful for this friend, this contact, this situation, or it's just you encourage other people, right? So today I'm thankful for this. What are you thankful for today? You know, if you can just put a little bit of positivity into that feed, a little bit of good news, good feelings, in a way that's not toxic, right? In a way that's positive and supportive. You know, it's not like ignoring the darker feelings that people are having right now. It's saying, let's balance it out. Let's find the balance. Okay, so believe in the impossible. I love this card so much, and I'm so excited for you, Gemini, because this energy is really nice. Really nice. And I don't know when this is going to come in for you. I don't know if this is like tomorrow, a couple of hours away, or if it's like weeks or months, but just know that this extremely positive energy, feeling very fulfilled, like wish fulfillment up here emotionally, it is on its way for you. And maybe some of you really need to hear that. Where are you, Blue Moon? Should we sing while I'm looking for it? Blue Moon. I found it immediately. Maybe some of you don't want me to sing. As the saying goes, some things only happen once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. I'm so excited that I picked up on that at the start of the reading. It's like sometimes I doubt myself and then things like that happen. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests that you're about to get a rare chance and something one-off could well be about to happen. I'm getting so goosebumpy. I'm really excited for you. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking for too much of the universe. Whatever you're asking about, well, it may only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. If you can convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. So this is talking about positive manifestation, right? Manifesting your dreams, keeping your thoughts positive. So don't have a mindset of lack, which I did see poking through here and here, right? So be careful of this. If you're sat there going, this will never happen to me, I don't deserve this, I'm unlucky, the universe hears that and responds to it and actually gives you more of that. So if you want to look up manifestation tips, absolutely go and do it. When you manifest, it's really important to talk in like the current tense. So not in the future I will have wish fulfillment, in the future I will have this holiday, in the future where I will be, financially comfortable. You speak as though you already have it. So this thing about gratitude that we were picking up on, you say thank you universe. This is probably why it's so important for you to make the list of the things that you're thankful about and focus on that, because the universe will give you more of it if that's where you're focusing. So I'm really happy that I have a really good friend around me. I'm really happy that I have this specific person in my life. I'm really happy that I have all these exciting hopes and dreams and ideas that I can start to take action on, or that I am taking action on. Again, keep it in the present tense. I'm really happy that I'm really thankful that I have a roof over my head. I'm really happy that I have, enough electricity to watch this reading right now. I'm really thankful that I'm born, or that I exist in a time when we can keep in contact with people using a mobile phone and have access to the internet on a mobile phone. Isn't that amazing? Because if you look at it like in a time span, this is such a modern invention. It's only like what the past couple of decades that we've had instant access to the internet and like instant connection with other people around the globe. Like, isn't that amazing? The majority of history didn't have that. So you can look at the things that we do have and be really thankful for it, right? And it really helps the universe deliver the things that you deserve. Attune to the moon. I'm lucky. So practice saying I'm lucky. Maybe say it to yourself in the mirror all the time. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I make my own luck, right? Everybody's lucky in a different way. I'm not the kind of lucky where I win on a lottery ticket. I'm the kind of lucky that I'm like, I want something, I'm going to go and get it, because I've got Sagittarius Mars. I want something, I'm focused on it, I can achieve it. I've got, maybe I don't have the skills now. I have the ability to gain those skills. I have access to university. I have access to courses. I have access to a lot of different things. So whatever I want to happen in this kind of like magician energy, whatever I want, I know that I have everything I need at my disposal to go out and get it. And if I don't have it, I'm going to get what I need. I'm going to get what I need to go and get what I need. That's this energy. So additional meanings for this card. Miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. The situation is unlikely to repeat. So if an opportunity comes up, do not miss the opportunity, right? Just go for it. Luck is on your side. Even if, again, aware of my own behavior there, I am lucky. The universe does bring me stuff all the time. I can think off the top of my head of like 10 things where I thought, wow, that was really lucky. The timing of that was perfect. So I am lucky. I don't know. Luck comes to us in unexpected ways, and let's just be thankful for that, because the universe is on our side and will bring you everything you need to make your dreams happen. You just have to believe in it and take the opportunities that come to you. And sometimes those opportunities don't come with a big door and a signpost. Sometimes it's an opportunity to return to education, to take a course, right? To ask for guidance. So look for the opportunities and actively go out and seek those opportunities to take very practical steps to get what you want. Geminis, very positive reading. Keep the vibe high. Watch out for the doom scrolling behavior. Watch out for the negative self-talk, because I feel like that's what's going to trip you up. Keep it high vibrational. Keep it positive, not only for yourself, right, but for the collective and for other people. Acknowledge the darker stuff, but take action on it. Don't dwell in it. Very positive reading. You have absolutely got this. Being that magician energy, right? The magician temperance card. You are the alchemist. You are the one that's going to make the pigs fly. You've got this, baby. Leave me a like if you like, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free to do and it really helps out the channel, and it's so motivating and inspiring for me to see those numbers top up. I think last time I checked it was 450 subscribers, which is insane. Like, I can't believe 450 of you have subscribed to my channel. Like, that is mega. And like, that's so many people, right? Like, so many people. If you were all in this room with me, we'd be packed in like sardines. So to put it in that perspective, that is amazing. So yeah, like manifesting like an extra 50 of you to subscribe, and you reach that 500 mark, and that's really, really cool. And this is not seeing you as all like a bunch of numbers, right? I'm really not doing that. I'm like, 500 of you as individuals have sat there and thought, yeah, I'm going to subscribe, I'm going to help her out, or I enjoyed that video, I want to see more of it, I'm going to hit subscribe. Like 450 individual people. That's insane. Supporting me. That is so insane. So thank you, universe, for bringing that for me with my Gemini moon. I'm going to really kind of keep that high. Yeah, gems, like, thank you so much. Because again, when you show up, you kind of show up on bulk. So my lovely gem rabbits, watch out for those sneaky foxes. Focus on your dreams. You have got this, baby. Take care. Bye-bye.